That one hit it way out there. There we go, another one hit it way out there in the current. There we go, another one crushed it. All right, well, it's the first day of trout, and I am not trout fishing. I'm gonna try to get on some creek smallmouth. I'm gonna throw around this Shadtron by ZMAN. So I've been throwing this around here and there a handful of times throughout the past week. I actually did catch a couple, which I can pop some of those catches up now. Oh, one just chased it right there. There we go, got one. Nice, first bass on the Shadtron. Break it in. Not a giant, but it's got some cool markings on him. Told you there's fish here. Now it's your turn. Yeah. You get the hook out of his mouth. Stick your thumb in his mouth and pinch. There you go. You can let him go whenever you want.
No. Bye.
But basically, whenever I was out with the kids, I was throwing this around in hopes that whatever would bite would be giant. And sure enough, I got some that weren't so giant, but I'm realizing that this lure is definitely catching some smallmouth. So with the rain that we just got, the creek came up a little bit. I figured it'd be a good time to try to throw this around some more. One thing that's pretty cool about this Shadtron is it's a line through lure, so you can put your line through it and come out the top and use a top hook if you're fishing largemouth or something like that, or you can come out the bottom and put a treble hook, which works for largemouth or smallmouth. I just know smallmouth sometimes don't put the whole lure in their mouth like largies do, so I decided to put the treble hook at the bottom. There we go. That one hammered it. That's a solid fish right there. There we go. Look at that smallie. Something just chased something on the bait right, or on the bank right there. That's a good smallmouth. Heck of a build to that guy. All right, let's let him go. See if we can get some more. Thanks for the fight, bud. There we go, another one crushed it. When I first saw this lure, I wasn't sure if it would pertain to smallmouth, but honestly, I guess any paddle tail would. But I really like I mentioned earlier, how this line through option has a spot for these treble hooks at the bottom. Another one, a little bit smaller, but still healthy creek smallmouth there. I believe the treble hook size I'm using is just a size 10. This lure actually has two holes here in the bottom where you can put your hook in through, and there's some type of plastic in there that has a slot where your hook can go up through, and then it sits right in there, and there's two little prongs kind of pinch your hook in there. It's a great design that Z-Man did. I mean, it doesn't surprise me. Z-Man has been around for a while. They're definitely tried and true. Oh, I think we might have got these smallmouth fired up. One just took a swipe at it right there. I do have to say though, this plastic that they have where your tip of your hook's supposed to go up through, you can't see where it is. You can't see where the hole is. So you kind of have to play around and try to figure out where it is. Let's see if we can get this one that just took a swipe at it. Hooked up to another one. It's another really nice one. Another beauty right there. We might have these smallmouth fired up now, so I'm gonna make a few more casts before I head out. In all honesty though, I really like the action of this bait. It doesn't really have a body roll to it, but it has a nice tail kick to it. Is that another one? One just hit it right there. That one hit it way out there. That's a nice one. I think this rain helped a lot to get these smallmouth fired up. That is one heck of a smallmouth there. Look at the body on that guy. Just solid built fish. Thank you for the fight, bud. It's not very long, but it's got some weight to him. There we go, another one hit it way out there in the current. Feels like another really nice one. This is the creek of big ones today. Another absolute stud of a smallmouth there. Well, if they're gonna keep biting, I'm gonna keep casting. I mean, my plan was just to come out and make a few casts before dark here. I was not expecting this. For those of you wondering, I'm throwing this on a bull bay rods. This is the LMG. It's a 7'2". It's a heavy fast action. Actually works great for this heavier lure. Not sure the exact weight of this, but this is a perfect setup, and I'm throwing it on a SLX Shimano reel here, and I have 10-pound fluorocarbon on here. Wow, as soon as it hit the water way out there, hammered it. Doesn't feel like a big one, but I could be wrong. Probably the littlest one yet. Still, success. I mean, it makes sense why they're out there more in the current. So with this rain that came in earlier, it's probably washing a lot of stuff down through, which would explain why they're out there in the current getting some food.